Sorry, there's an announcement, and I don't think you guys wanted to hear that. But, so basically, be objective. Don't throw your opinion in there. Also, another thing is comprehensive. That's another thing that we put in here is be comprehensive. So basically, that's just giving a general overview of what the text is saying, and just that's summarizing in general. You're just telling me a little bit about what it's being said in general, not going into detail, just generalized ideas. And then one of the last things that I want you to do is to be original. Don't copy something word for word. That's called plagiarism. It's not okay. So we don't copy anything word for word. That's why we summarize. We want you to put things in your own words and try and give me the gist or the general idea of something. So be original, put things in your own words. So that's really what we talked about with this paper. And again, I'll post this right underneath these videos. In our summary, what is probably the most important thing out of all of the things we talked about on this blue paper? The one that's the main thing is probably the main idea or the central idea or theme. So that is so important that we want that to go at the beginning of a summary. So when you're summarizing something, you can't just jump right into, so there were a bunch of metaphors that kind of just told us some cool stuff. You want to tell them what the metaphors meant. So you can start out by saying there's metaphors, but we want to know what it's about, what the poem is about, so that we can go into this summary knowing what's going to happen. So you might start it something like, the poem is a bunch of metaphors that show that this person, the speaker, is pregnant. So that's going to tell everybody what the whole story is about, what the poem is about, okay? And so that's your central idea. Because if you jump right in the middle of the summary, where everybody's going to be lost and confused, so you want to throw that central idea at the very beginning. And then, so we need 5 to 7 sentences total. If you have a beginning sentence and an ending sentence, how many do you need in between? You're going to need 3 sentences in between at least that kind of give me a general idea of what the poem is about. So for your summary, first sentence, your topic sentence is what it's called, is going to tell me what the topic is, or the main idea, or the theme, what it's about. So we kind of already talked about how that's talking about, it's a poem about metaphors talking about somebody who's pregnant. Then you're going to give me some examples in your own words, again, in your own words, of why you think that, or why that is the main idea. So one thing that I kind of said was that how you know it's about somebody that's pregnant is there are a bunch of metaphors that give you comparisons to what it feels like to be pregnant compared to something else to kind of show you that. So that could be one sentence in itself. And then you can give me an example. So an example in my own words, right? Because we want to be original. We don't want to copy anything. So in my own words, I might say, the speaker in this poem felt like a fat purse, right? Because fat purse is one of those keywords or something that you can't really switch up. So fat purse, she felt like a fat purse to the point where she felt like she was going to explode because of all of the money and that brand new money inside of her. So that is one of the things that you can use as an idea to show you how to put something into your own words. So I put that line in my own words. Okay, sorry, there's a bug. So you're gonna find 3 lines or 3 sentences and put them in your own words of why you think that's the main idea. And then your concluding sentence, just something that's gonna wrap it all together. So just for these reasons, the poem is talking about somebody that is pregnant. So that's really all we did with the summary today. If you have a chance, check your student email and go find an email from Trent Nielsen that says 7th grade student council ballot, something along those lines. We did voting for student elections as well. If you have that, you can go in and vote. If you don't want to or didn't get a chance to, don't stress about it. It's okay. That's not an assignment for my class. That was just something we did in class today. And then lastly, we just did a review game for our primary and secondary sources. So read up on some of those sources again. Don't stress about that one, but this is really what I want you to have done. If you are home and you won't be in class for a while, if you want to fill this out all the way, you can do it on Google Docs. You just have to make a copy of it so that you can type into it. Remember, because if it's my copy, you can't type into it. So make a copy so you can type on it and then fill it out, and you can email it to me or share it with me so that I can see your work and then I can give you a grade. So that's really all we did in class today. If you guys have any questions at all, email me. I'm on my email all the time. Probably after 9 o'clock is a little bit iffier. I'm less likely to be on it, but I'll get to you guys as soon as I can. So have a good day. See you guys.